Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading for May 2020. This is going to be for Capricorn Sun, Moon, or Rising. You may have planets in the sign of Capricorn. You may be in love with a Capricorn. You could have been intuitively guided to the channel and not even have Capricorn in your chart. Whatever brought you, I just want to welcome you all. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read for you. It's funny. I was thinking about, I spend time thinking about the sign that I'm about to do, and I listen to music, I do all kinds of things, and I intuitively pick things up through that. But it's funny, I'm thinking about Capricorn, your personality, and then I'm thinking about your major arcana, which is the devil, right? Which really is the opposite. If we want to take them for their namesake, really is the opposite of what you are, right? I mean, you're very reliable. You're much, I don't know, you remind me of Virgo. You're a go-getter. You don't love working for other people, but that's okay. It just means that you want to rise to the top, and I feel like, if you give it your best potential, chances are you will rise to the top. You may rise to the top of something, and then obviously someone probably did this. It's like you rose to the top of whatever this goal was of yours, and then you're like, you know what? I think I'm going to go this direction now. Like, you completely change courses, I mastered that. Now I'm going to start doing this, and it feels like two very different things, but that's probably what you've been doing or what you're capable of doing. It's like, go out and master, right? And don't think when you've mastered one thing that you're done, that's it. You go out and master something else, and then something else, and what a powerful person, right? What a powerful being, really. Anyway, you have the capability. So then I thought, okay, well, it's talking about in the reverse then, which is the opposite, not being the go-getter, expecting others to do for you, versus doing yourself, maybe through manipulation, right? Earth is good at that, manipulating in a good way, but also in a bad way, right? You have to learn how to manipulate to get through life. Sometimes you have to, if you're a politician, right? You need people to do something for the greater good. Sometimes you manipulate, and I don't, again, mean that in an egotistical way. However, reversed, right, could describe the devil a little bit. So, it's about temptation. And then I think about, okay, well, what is life about? Life is about, we came here to learn about emotions and limitations. So temptation would probably be would be a big thing of, maybe that means your scale goes more towards what's your big goal here. I keep mastering these things, but I still don't feel fulfilled. Well, maybe it's funny. It's like, I want to tell you, maybe it's this, but then I feel like if I say this something, it's going to limit people. It's going to limit you. So I'm going to leave that open, that comment open in the best of ways. But anyway, so yeah, ultimately, when the devil's in the negative, what do you say? Get behind me. Get behind me, right? So that tells you always have control of the negative aspects of it, the temptations and what have you. But then again, I think, if I have temptation towards certain things, then that probably is one of my major lessons, is the limitation. How far can I go? And if I'm someone who's very emotional, look at it as, Well, that's exactly what I'm here to master, to learn. And, you know, you may be forced into every different type of emotion. You know, there's maybe those mountains that you climb and you master, right? That I was talking about earlier, are the emotions, right? Because you have to learn. This is what we came here. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything. But if you want the soul expansion, why? If you don't want to repeat it again, then you're down here and you're thinking soul-wise, you know, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Especially you. That's what I'm talking about. So don't be afraid of emotions. Understand that you're here to learn how to master those emotions. And that's probably, you know, I would think that that means that you have to allow yourself to feel it. You know, like maybe that's what the blindfold is sometimes. Not allowing ourselves to feel the pain that we feel. You know, let it pass through us. And then go on to the next step. Right? Maybe use that pain as a lesson of what not to do again, or as in something I can spread and let other people, like Epiphany, I just learned something, you know, other souls out there, I just learned this, I just had this epiphany of how to master the emotion of jealousy, and I want to share it with you all, you know, that type of thing. So, don't be afraid of it. It's exactly what your soul came here to experience. Which means, you know, it doesn't mean you have to, though. I want you to understand that, like, you don't have to. Maybe you come back in another life and you say, I'll do it then. I want to do it in this life. You know, talk to Source. Say, I want to tear up that contract. You know, that person that you just can't stop thinking about, but you know that they're not going to change. You know they're going to continue to hurt you. Source, whoever it is you pray to, I want to soul to soul cancel, tear up that contract. Use your sword. You've earned the sword, right? That's why you have the swords in here, because that's the journey of the sword. You've earned it. You can cut it. Alright guys, I'm going to stop talking. I don't know why I talk so long, sorry. I want you to take a couple moments and I just want you to clear your minds. Think about nothing, or just listen to my voice. Your guides are always invited in with my guides to work together, cohesively, which just, I don't know, seems like to be a new word, cohesively, is coming into my vocabulary more and more. Anyway, trust in that. You can certainly ask for illumination. Okay, clearly I'm going to not talk right today. You can ask for illumination, but then you have to trust it, right? Trust it. You can say no to it, right? Trusting it doesn't mean that I now accept it. It means I trust that that is there, and if I'm someone who needs more, I need more time in it, right? I need to think this over. But in a rational way, I need to, like the thinker, right? I'm going to think this over. Now that I have the truth, now I can clearly think it over. Decide what I'm going to do with it. It's up to me. It's my truth now, right? Okay. I was just thinking to myself, should I cut the beginning out? And you know what? Honestly, no. Because I feel like a lot of messages come to me. I feel like in the beginning there's these messages that just want to get out to you. And, but I know some just want to get right to the cards. Well, even the beginning of this reading, from the moment I say hello, all of it is your reading. All of it. It's your reading in some way. It's your sign. It's, you know, whatever it is. Pay attention to, like, I don't know if I cut already. That's okay. We'll cut again. Pay attention to what you hear. Pay attention to the odd words that, you know, or something I say is odd. Like, that's odd. Pay attention to the candles. Like, whatever it is, you know, be open. Just be open to it. And if it's not yours, then that's okay. Or maybe it's just not your time. Maybe this is the preview of the preview. Maybe it's a peek. Who knows, right? Got the world on the bottom of the deck, which is nice. You know, we are moving into a different time. We have to. We're being forced to through the coronavirus, right? We're being forced. It's like the tower. It's coming, right? But what happens after the tower? At least those of you who watch me know that the blessing comes after the tower. Sometimes the tower is the truth. Like, things needed to be seen. You know, it's funny, last night I was thinking about, you know what the positive of all this is the earth gets a break. Like, is getting a break from our cars and our buses and, you know, just congestion, and I don't know. I feel like Mother Earth is getting a break. Like a healing. Our waters, though, wow, that would be a miracle, but who knows? Okay, so anyway, we open up with the Fool. You guys, these are major arcanas. We're only going to take a couple of these. These are what I look at almost as the advice to what we're about to hear. Sometimes, you know, they make themselves very known and very clear why they're here in the reading, because we're only going to take a couple of them. So we open with the Fool, which is, you know, what that's telling you, number one, is we are heading into a new time, and that's just what it is. And opening with the Full energy is kind of cool, because it's saying, you know, we can wallow in everything that was lost, and some people have lost tremendously, right? You know, we can wallow in that, but, you know, it's like, and I know people are going to get crazy mad at me, but I feel like it's like when we keep repeating 9/11 here in the States, I mean, honor, yes, we can always keep it in our heart, but do we keep reminding ourselves of tragedy? I think if we're learning from it, yes. If it's to bring us down again, no. So anyways, we have the Fool, who's saying, whatever this new normal's going to be, I'm ready. I'm gonna have to do it, right? We don't have a choice. You know, the Fool's woman's going to take a chance. Okay, well, so the world is changing. What new opportunities are opening up? You know, where can I see myself going after this, you know? Should I change my career? Now, this isn't the question. That's already been done. This is probably what this time of isolation has been about. Like, are you doing the job that you've always wanted? Is there opportunity right now to, like, really get your resume in order? Or they still do resumes, whatever it is you need to do, social media. You know, believe in yourself like it's already happened, and you're gonna master that. So now I just need to do the steps to get there. See it, I guess, because the Fool does not drag the baggage of the past. That means there's been time before him, right? There's been time of reflection. Gave him the opportunity You know, he's just bringing his knapsack. I feel like that's saying, you know, we're finding out what's important right now, aren't we? The people that maybe we haven't talked to in for a while, that are in our hearts, but maybe we haven't picked up the phone. Now we're worried that they're going to survive tomorrow, right? It's a whole different mindset. It takes us to a whole new place. Not everyone. Not everyone. That's up to them. Maybe they're just on a different vibration, and that's okay. Maybe we need that resistance, right? To know that we're doing good. We're doing good things for ourselves and for others. Okay, well, a lot wanted to come out about that. You know, I wasn't going to take as many cards, but they're all face up, so I'm going to take them. We have the Hermit. So, I mean, hello. Just look at the two of these together. Look what the Fool is emerging from. The Hermit. Right? He's coming from the Hermit. It's almost like saying, don't leave too soon. I'm looking at the Hermit now, and the Hermit's lantern is this way. The Fool looks like he wants to go this way, so I almost feel like I've learned, and we are learning a lot, maybe not everyone, through this time period, you know. Some of us, it's opening us up to new adventure and new way of beings, and it's a good thing, right, if we allow it, right? But I feel like this Fool is almost forgetting about this lantern that he's going to need. This lantern lights the way, right? The wisdom is going to come from this time period. Like, don't rush it. This may be speaking to those same people I was just talking about. You know, with zero judgment, there are some people who are protesting the staying at home. Why would you do that? Well, it's hard, right? It's hard to stay at home. It's hard to be the hermit. It's hard to look at that mirror, right? It's hard to have that much time with just me. It pulls me into, if I'm lucky, it's hard, but in a way, if I'm lucky, it pulls me into the energy of the hermit. So if I stay long enough, this I consider the wisdom, the illumination. This tells me, this is my intuition. Do I keep going that direction? Or, you know, can I see the darkness coming? Can I see the danger coming with my lantern? If I spend enough time within the hermit, you know, being healed, listening to what I need to do. The hermit, what do you learn? That this is not only about what's going on with you, the fear, you know, maybe it's the fear of what this coronavirus, whatever it is. That's not the point. The point is that some are rejecting that, right? And that's what I mean. I feel like they're leaving too soon. They don't have the lantern with them. That tells me that they will not see if they're heading into danger. Interesting. This is not what I was seeing when I first picked up these cards. I want you to know that. So I feel like I'm seeing both perspectives. And that's a good thing. I want both. You know, don't hate your enemy. Get to know your enemy. Like know their way of thinking, their mannerisms. And I don't mean like become, I don't know. I mean, instead of getting angry, like analyze that person. But do it from like a non-judgmental judgment type of way. That's going to give you more power over the screaming and the yelling. I don't know. All of a sudden, why am I seeing it like that? Let's keep going. We have the Empress. We have the world. So the world made its way out. We have the sun. I mean, look what sits on the other side of that portal. The sun. You know, what's ever new, the newness, there is the sun, right? And it's connected to the world. We all want to walk through this portal. You know, this is when you start to feel your, not start to feel, well, maybe start to feel like your spirituality and the connectiveness. You know, when you first start your spiritual journey, you hear words like, you know, feeling connected, and you're like, yes, but why can't I truly feel it? Like, I can't feel what people are saying. Like, yes, I want to be that way, but I don't feel it, right? That's what the Hermit was about. That's what the Hermit is here for, right? To give you the opportunity. Because those kind of answers are within. You know, your spirituality is within. It's not, you know, I mean, it is flying around you, but it's not flying around you. You know, you are them, they are you. And again, this new portal opening up, and now with the Fool behind, it's almost like the Hermit is carrying the Fool with him through this portal, and that is my spirituality and my earthly being one again. It's like there, you know, it's like my spirit, my soul, and me have all been separated, right? We know that we're there, but we don't use each other, right? Who better to use? And then the three aspects of you, no wonder I do things in three. The three aspects of you then, you know, through the Empress, come back together, become whole again, right? Start to have these realizations. Maybe, you know, with the Fool, it's like, you know, the realization that what I thought that, you know, was so great, now that I'm in this time period, I'm learning otherwise, right? Anyway, look at this. There's your vehicle. There's the way. You know, if someone is like, there's no way, Chariot's like, I'm your vehicle to take you there. So let's talk about the Chariot for a second. If it's our vehicle to take us there, this is balance, number one. And how do you gain true balance above? There's a million different, you know, you can say the masculine, the feminine, yada yada, right? But what it really means is it's the freedom of understanding that, how do I want to say this? You know, it's just the freedom of knowing that you can take this Chariot anywhere you want, right? And, I really believe that. Like, you can take it anywhere you want. You can do whatever it is you want. You can create whatever it is you want. But then we got to look backwards, too, and we got to see, well, how did we arrive? You know, because right now I don't feel like I'm worthy of that, you know? I haven't quite felt the sun in a while, that type of thing. Then we need to go the whole way back, right? The Fool. Well, how do we become the Fool? Through the Hermit. So, not complaining as much, you know, the isolation. It's more about using it in a way where you're learning, you're expanding yourself, you're allowing the epiphanies, right? Because that lantern is showing you the way. You know, it's funny, all of a sudden I'm seeing the Empress as a lot of people having babies, maybe in September. Maybe September, we're going to have like this big baby rush. We have 2 babies right here. And if that's the case, I feel like it's a good thing. Okay. We have the Magician at the bottom of the deck, which I wasn't even going to look at. And I'm glad I did. It just, you know, it's talking about mainly you. You're creating, right? You're creating every second of every minute. You're making decisions. You know, am I going to just keep staying mad, or am I going to become a fool? Right? If I have the energy of feeling jealous all the time, maybe the answer is not trying to figure out why am I jealous all the time. Maybe the answer is saying, why am I accepting this person who's making me, right? That evokes that feeling from me every time. Because remember, the Hermit is a very independent, isolated type energy, right? Depending completely on one side. He kind of reminds me like the mountain man, right? The one in the, you know, in deep Alaska who, you know, truly are have to do everything to survive every day, right? Out in the elements, and anyway. Alright guys, we're going to use the Psychic Tarot next, and this is a change from the last couple readings I did. I just felt like that you required this change. I want to tell you about the Psychic Tarot. It's like when I bought it, I didn't really care for it at first. Some of you have already heard this story. I didn't really care for it at first. And the reason why is they changed the colors of like the Pentacles, the Wands, the Swords. And sometimes you just want it to be, you know, you just want to see it. Like, I just want to see that it's a sword so I know it, right? So, you know, instead of fighting it, then what I decided to do is I decided to read it exactly the way, you know, what its name is, the Psychic Tarot. So I never read the books, which is probably not good advice. I just don't, because I feel like everything I do is intuitively anyway, you know, So anyways, this is why I then started getting the deck out again, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to read it intuitively. I don't care if I know what the actual meaning is. You know, someday I will. And it's funny. It's funny, the very first time, like on cards that should have been, or that were water, I could feel the fire in them. So anyway, so now I've come to love them, and I wanted to use them for you. Alright, so they're all reversed, so we're going to read them upright. So we have the High Priestess. Number 2, you know, that's your intuition. That's, some will call it psychic. She stands at the veil, right? The full right above her is just like a clear mind. Like, how does the High Priestess operate? You know, I've always, I've always wanted to be in tune more and this and that. How does she operate? She operates through a clear, clean mind. So in other words, she's not hanging on to things, right? Because the Hermit's right next to that. So to reach the energy of the High Priestess, you know, I need to be in the present moment and taking myself kind of out of the drama. Like, this is when your intuition really sings, right? But it's already you. We have the Four of Fire, which is the Four of Wands. It talks about, you know, they call it the marriage card. By the way, I'm not even using a good tarot. I'm sorry. Yeah, I am. I'm using a good tarot. I was going to use the Psychic Tarot. Very interesting. We have love. Coming under the World. We have the Queen of Fire, who would be a possible Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Possible. Sitting above a Leo. So, could be Leo for some. we have the Five of Pentacles. Now, I have to tell you what I like about seeing the Five of Pentacles here is it's coming under the Chariot. So, wherever I'm going next, I'm almost seeing it like as almost like a guarantee, like, you know, if you take certain steps, then you end up with this Chariot, right, with the sun at its back. Hello. And the Five Pentacles is that energy of there was nothing you could do, right? There was a move, there was a change, but you know, we can look at that as a tough, hard card, right? And it, for whatever it was, it forced us into something. But really the message within the Five of Pentacles is about the people that you meet along the way. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but you're assigned a guardian angel by your side the whole time you're here. Some people have more than one guardian angel. Some of the guardian angels are masters at different things. So some will show up for this and some will show up for that. But I want you to know that there's always someone that your guardian angel is always there. They're assigned to you. And that's a good thing, you know. Even the word assigned, I kind of don't like that because it's like they requested you. They requested you. And they got you. So, you know, how can you hear their messages anytime you need to start something new and you're feeling nervous? I got to go back to the High Priestess and clearing my mind, right? Clearing my mind. Looking at the Hermit, you know, well, with the Hermit, there's nothing I want to leave behind, right? I don't want to leave the Hermit. I don't want to go forward with regret. I don't want to go forward with jealousy, right? I don't want to go forward still needing this, still doing that. So, you know, and then I come out completely enlightened with the Hermit, to the point of really master. So, you know, that's the High Priestess. Look at this. We have the Hangman, but the Hangman is in reverse. So this is awareness. This is kind of beautiful, guys. Coming under the High Priestess. This is complete awareness. This is, it's almost like a surrender. You know, it's almost like a surrender to what is and being the full through it, right? Be careful that I'm not taking everything on, right? That I'm not taking all this energy. If you're someone who's watching the news all the time, stop. Because what you're doing is you're taking on that energy, and you're taking on that energy. And I'm not saying don't be informed. Please be informed. And I am guilty of that. I've been watching the news too much, to the point where I feel like I know everything there is to know, right? But now I can feel that it's time for me to take a break. It doesn't mean I won't pop it on at a certain time and just look at, you know, is there anything I need to be aware of? And then turn it back off. And some of you may need to do that, right? And simply by doing that will bring you to this energy of you being the High Priestess much sooner, right? It's just, I mean, you already are. It's bringing you the awareness, right? And there's the Hangman right underneath that. Awareness of who you are. Awareness that you are the High Priestess, right? That is you that stands between yourself and this veil. How do I get there? I've got to clean my mind. I've got to clean my body. I've got to clean, you know, these things out of my head, right? Then I'm looking at the Empress and I'm thinking, you know, one of the strongest characters here. Of course, she's a mother figure. And for some of you, you pull on that type of energy, whether, you know, you're overseeing children or you're overseeing mother or your mother, whatever it is. There just feels to be a lot of calmness around, even though there could be chaos around. Okay, but all of a sudden I just kind of felt that. Anyway, I also feel like, what am I learning? I'm learning to be the Empress. Well, if I'm learning to be the Empress, then I've really understood every journey I've had, right? Because each journey represented something, taught me something. Did I pass them all? Maybe not. So maybe that one, that class, I come back and repeat at another time, you know, in a different way. But chances are it will repeat, you know. But most of them, it's really not that difficult if we look at them for what they truly are. You pass them. You pass them, and that is how you're becoming the Empress, right? Becoming the Empress is almost saying, once you're the Empress, once you're able to nurture yourself again and nurture others, once you start to really feel strong within yourself, then it's time to enter into this portal. Right now, you have become, you know, you now realize, you have the realization of who you've always been, right? Who you've always been and who you always will be, right? Boom. You enter into this next portal with the sun right there. It's like the sun is right there waiting, right? And there's your ride, the chariot. It's almost like I want to say, you know, there's your BMW or there's your limousine. And that may be what it may be. Who knows? But that's what it's talking about. You know, dropping down to the Five of Pentacles. So it hurt for a moment, right? It hurt for a moment, no doubt. No doubt. But Five of Pentacles, we keep walking, right? We keep walking. And I'm thinking of a song right now. Oh, man, I hate when my mind goes like this. Paul Simon. Is it Paul Simon? I keep on walking. I keep on walking. Right? And then there's a newer version, not of theirs, I shouldn't say a newer version, a newer song where it's also, I get that same type of vibe. I just keep on walking. I keep on walking. And, you know, what I get from that is, you know, I walk through my situations. I don't try to hide from them. I don't run from them. I'll keep on walking. I deal with them as I come upon them. And I keep on walking. Something else. Well, I keep on walking, right? And someday maybe I stop walking. But then maybe someday I'm like, you know what? I feel like walking again. So, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Anyway, hello. I have the marriage card here, and it's sitting right next to what I believe is the Lovers. Anyway, that's what it feels like. So we have the marriage card and the Lovers with the High Priestess right there, moving into this Queen of Fire. So again, possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But the one thing about the Queen of Fire is she's a queen of action. You know, it's funny because she's holding that candle almost like she's holding that lantern, and you don't have to be a fire sign. It's just saying that she's someone, like, she keeps on walking. She keeps on walking, right? But that doesn't mean she's walking away from things. She's walking through them, like, I'm just walking my destined path. She's got the sun in the world right above her, right? I'm walking my destined path, and now I know that, right? Now I know my soulful family will be there. My guardian angel walks beside me. And the chariot is a balance, you know, in its true balance, right? And that is knowing who you are. Even if you don't know who you are, feeling it. You're starting to feel that side of you. And you'll start to feel the momentum behind that now, right? Sometimes we're not there yet, but this is talking about I'm starting to feel it. You know, I'm starting to see certain things. I'm starting to see patterns develop that didn't before. That's your intuition opening up. Okay. We have the Messenger of Fire. Interesting. We have the messenger of water, side by side. They don't look happy, to be honest. First of all, their backs are against, well, not their backs are against each other, but the messenger of water, her back is completely to this messenger of fire. But the messenger of fire seems to have a little bit of, she feels a little angry to me. I don't know. She feels a little angry, but over here, this may be someone representing someone who had moved on from you at a younger time. I feel like this was probably at a younger time. And the Four of Wands, you know, it doesn't have to represent marriage. What it represents, and I love that it's kind of next to the Lovers, whether I'm right or I'm wrong. To me, it's the Lovers right now. Is the connection between two people, right? The connection. This could be down here as same sex. This could be talking about the energy that you felt, right? At the time. But whatever it is, you have the awareness of it. You have, and to me what that means, you learn your part of it. You learn your truth within it, right? And whatever you do with that, you do with that. But you learn that. And again, I'm picking her up as a little spiteful, a little angry. Maybe she had every reason in the world to be, but a spitfire, I don't know. And I feel like she's in her most negative energy, and that may be during the connection. I don't know, and I'm sorry I keep saying I don't know. I think someone else grabbed the attention of someone that this messenger of fire had her eye on, or was in a relationship with. Maybe at least what she thought. At least what she thought. We have the Eight of Pentacles coming over this Queen of Wands. We have the excuse me, the Page of Pentacles coming under the Five of Cups, and that's actually the Five of Pentacles, and that's actually a good sign, especially with the Chariot, right? Because now I'm, you know, wherever maybe I felt stuck at all, now I'm in the energy of, yeah, I felt the Tower, I walked through it, I didn't have a choice. I almost didn't have a choice in the matter, but now I'm on the other side of it. And Page of Pentacles is all about learning, right? All about learning. Is he learning for himself? Is he learning so that he can create a business? He's certainly learning how to create the strongest foundation he probably can. Maybe so I never feel that feeling again, right? So I know that it comes through the Hermit, through my inner self. It's really the only way that I can even enter this portal, right? So I have to at least have that awareness before I can even enter this portal. Otherwise, I feel some of you are stuck down. I don't want to say stuck, but your energy's still back here, and then you enter the portal, and then perhaps, you know, you're going to see different things. But anyways, nonetheless, Page of Pentacles, I like his energy. And look, he's right next to the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about a new skill, right? This is, the Eight of Pentacles to me says, you know, be willing to go into something as the apprentice. But I can almost guarantee you that you leave as the teacher, as mastering it, right? Hermit being the teacher, right? I teach through my light. So, you know, if you go into that portal, you say yes. Let's just put it that way. You know, you start to allow yourself to feel who you are. You know, we have the Empress right there. And listen, being human too, so we all got to forgive ourselves for the little things that we do every single day, and don't make them bigger than what they are. They're just little human things, right? We can choose to eliminate that if we want to put the effort in, but it's also about forgiving yourself all the time. All the time. That's it. Don't hold on to it. Forgive yourself. Forgive them. Right? That's what the Empress would do. Why? Because I've been there, right? I've been there. You know, I've probably said those words before. You know, I had that kind of boss, that type of energy. I have been there. And, you know, over here, I feel here, I'm on the other side. So anyways, just understand that whatever effort you put into learning something, especially with the Page and the Eight of Pentacles together, whatever effort you put into learning something new, or something old, you know, you pull it out, right? You put it up. I don't know. Whatever you do, you do. You could really build something with this, and that might be on a lot of your minds. So, you know, what can I do? Well, there's a lot of you who, I feel like you've already, you know, this gives you an opportunity to really master something. Whatever it is you want. Whatever it is you want. But it depends on your focus. You put your focus there, it will grow. Right away it grows. Look at that, look at that 8 to the Page. For some reason I thought that was a 9 for a second. I saw it as a 9. I'm thinking, oh my God, there's 8, 9. But it's a Page. So, don't be afraid of doing it on your own. Right? Sometimes we have to do things on our own. And I don't know why I feel that. I feel like for someone, I just want to say, sometimes we have to learn to do things on our own. But don't forget who walks beside you. Always. Always, right? You know, if you need someone that helps you in this area, well then, that guardian angel is there. That's just the way it is. Just the way it is. Okay, anyway, I've been holding these 2 cards. I have the 2 of Cups. And look at this. I have the Messenger of Air. So, I don't know. For some of you, I just feel like there's 3 people here. You know, there's 3 females. Messenger of, let's see what everybody's by. So I have the Messenger of Air, which is Swords, looking at the 2 Cups. Having that awareness. So I feel like this person is having an awareness of someone who they consider the 2 Cups. So the only person I feel right now when I look up is I feel like this Page of this Messenger of Fire. I don't feel like she's ready. I don't feel like she's receptive to this energy. So I feel like it's more the Messenger of Water. Forget about the signs, guys. Just forget about the signs. It doesn't have to be a Cups. It means someone who's in an emotional aspect of their life. Okay, so it's kind of what it feels like. So I feel like whoever this Messenger of Fire is, you know, she definitely has the awareness of 2 people. And, I think one's leaving. I think someone has left. No matter who you are in there, there's always healing. There's always healing. There's always moving on, right? For, I would say, this Queen of Wands, who's just like so focused on these 2 people, right? Who, you know, I hate to say this because I know it hurts people, and I don't mean it that way, but there's love attached there. And listen, you stay with the wrong person because you want them to love you. You hold yourself back too. So this may hurt. This may have hurt. And this may be one of the things you're dealing with through the Hermit. So what this, I feel, is telling you, the awareness it's giving you is something about a craft that you have. Something that you've, how do I get my focus off this person? I just can't, I keep thinking about him and thinking about him. I need to get into my arsenal of creativity, right? There's a way. And some of you, you know, you pull it out, you figure it out, you start to read about it, you watch videos about it, whatever it is, that seed, boom, it's like, I don't know, I feel like I see a penny going into a piggy bank, and that was, you know, like a seed going in, and that was just enough, right? It was just enough to now refocus you and get you on a new path, right? So staying angry at these two because they fell in love, and I get it. We all get it, and it's happened to all of us, and it's hell. But sooner or later, I guess we got to come out of it, and I think it's saying, if this is you and you want to come out of it, you know, like, I don't want to think about them anymore, it hurts. It's hurting me too much. Move to something that's within you. And listen, you'll figure it out, because the Hermit begins all of this. So you'll figure it out. You know, so I'm forced to hear some news that I don't want to hear. Alright? My guardian angel's right there beside me. I gotta remember that. For some of you, it is this Queen of Fire. I need to say that. But nonetheless, right there. And if I allow my mindset to go into the Eight of Swords and page of, I'm sorry, into the Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, man, what you can create out of that. Well, the Chariot. You can take it anywhere you want. You got the sun behind your back. Why? Because you're doing for you. You made the soul effort. You made the change. I was saying, you know what? I'm not going to allow myself to stay in this energy anymore, because what good, if they are in love, then what good does it do? Right? Your angriness will not get you anything other than more aggressive type energy coming back at you. So there's something in you. And for others, I feel like, you know, sometimes you fall in love. Sometimes you fall in love, right? And I feel a commitment behind it, but you may be committed to another. It's funny, here again, I see both perspectives of it, you know, where I feel both should do what their soul is telling them to do. Not what anybody else is telling them what to do, but what their soul, their intuition is telling them to do. That's just what I feel, guys. Okay. We have the Chariot again. Chariot coming under this page of Cups. So probably moving in, this could be Cancer, since we have the Chariot twice. So we could potentially have this Cancer. If nothing else, it seems to put these two people together with the Two of Cups. And I don't know why I keep feeling it more Cancer than the Chariot. Let's see what comes next to it. But you have the Lovers right above it, and then you have the Portal right above that. So I feel like the Chariot is about what's taking these two people who happen to love each other, definitely feel the connection between each other, has that awareness. Everyone seems to have awareness here if wanted, right? Take it through the portal. Something brand new. Come out as the Fool. Brand new. How will it go? It depends on me, right? As the Fool, I go with it naturally. As someone who's stuck in my head, I start to put expectations on it, right? And then, why are these expectations met? Well, maybe they are, but maybe not in the way that you want them to. So, if I go with the flow, I'm talking about anything that's new. Like, go with the flow. Allow yourself to feel what's around you. Instead of what you think will happen, start to allow yourself to feel. You might start feeling some love you didn't even know was right there. Who knows? Anyway, let's get 2 more cards. I certainly wasn't going to take this many cards, but this is what wanted to come out. I feel like with the High Priestess here and the Fool above, This is just saying everyone can get beyond whatever. Like everyone here can get beyond it, right? What does it take? It takes me to clear my mind. And, you know, if I'm being really judgmental of something, well, the Empress wouldn't do that because, you know, she would take a moment and look at it from their perspective, because, you know, it just looks very different than ours, just the way it is. Doesn't mean I can't change someone's perspective. I can. Come with me you know, I want to say with facts, but I don't know. We have Justice, which is the card of Libra. Certainly looks like some of you may be going through divorce. And right now you might be in the energy of it feeling terrible. You may be someone who asked for the divorce and you're feeling a lot of regret. You know, I just feel like this is the energy we got to figure out how to let go of, because it's serving no one, right? It's just all excess baggage. And, you know, each has a different pain attached to it. You know, each is important as the other. However, these are about 4 individual journeys, perhaps 3 individual journeys, and one meant to go this way, right? But what is created out of it is, wow. Right? The one thing I know is with the Page of Pentacles, I have every intention of having the strongest foundation I can possibly have. The Justice card attached to that could be, you know, that talks about true balance. That talks about feeling whole. I feel like my old self again. I feel whole again. I like that the sun is above it, you know. The sun is happy and laughing and childlike, and can certainly talk about old, you know, thinking about our old homes. Well, there's no thinking going on here. This is more about feeling it, right? But this is feeling good again, right? Feeling good again, feeling whole again. Doing, you know, I'm sure this is not for everyone, because I don't know why. I feel like there's a lot of people still back here. But this is a pattern. You can see the pattern in it. I'm letting people be who they are, you know, and I'm being who I am. Maybe this is part of what we're learning. I'm learning. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Look at this. We have the 10 of Cups. So, sitting next to Justice, I know for some I have to read that as a divorce for you, which is fine. Which is fine. Well, let's get our other cards out. We're going to actually take them, we'll take them this way. So we have the 10 of Swords. So maybe I just thought that was the 10 of Cups, right? Maybe I thought it was the 10 of Cups. But the 10 of Cups has become, maybe I had hoped in the very beginning it was going to be the 10 of Cups. You know, if I'm divorcing someone, this is what I had hoped. But here's the truth of the matter. Here's what I learned, that it's actually the 10 of Swords. Wow. Almost the opposite of what I thought. Justice talks about cutting that cord. Whatever it is, whether it's a marriage, a commitment, a job, whatever it is, you're allowed. You're allowed. It's up to you. We have, look at that, the Ace of Swords. Wow. Look at this. We have the 10 of Pentacles. What does this tell me? Even before I even see, here's the Magician. This is showing me, okay, so if I go back here where there's like this anger, I'm angry at someone else for what they did, which, you know, in the long run of things, it's almost like couldn't help it, right? Love is one of those emotions. We're here about emotions and how to deal with them, good and bad. So it's one of those emotions, you know, but then I take that energy and I refocus it onto something that I can do, I can grow. This tells me once I begin that, that you get into it, right? That you really get into it. I feel like you'll have the awareness. Here's the awareness. No matter who you are, here's the awareness of what it is that you're good at. Maybe you're being pulled to something. Maybe you know nothing about it. That doesn't mean you don't open a book about it. You don't turn on a video. If it pulls you in, it may be meant to pull you in, right? But it's almost like I have an awareness that what I thought was the Ten of Cups turns out to be the Ten of Swords. My awareness, right? Thought that we loved each other, right? Having a hard time of letting someone go. However, here's the Ten of Swords, right? Here's the Ten of Swords. Why? You know, I get it. I don't want to say why am I having a hard time. I do get it. But you have the Ace of Swords there. Once I talk about where's the turnaround, the Ace of Swords. What is that? That is I can't talk today. That is being your authentic self. Completely 100 who you are, your authentic self. But I don't mean in a boastful way. I mean I start to find these nuggets of myself, right? Like the me, myself, and I. You know, the human body, the spirit body, and the soul body all coming together. Might be why I've been talking about a lot of threes lately. What a beautiful awareness it gives, right? And by the way, I feel like, let's look at this line. We have the High Priestess, the Hangman in reverse. So this person has had complete awareness with the Two of Cups. So there's no question over this Two of Cups, right? So if I've had to leave, if I divorced or I severed cord from someone because I met someone else who just so happens to be my soulmate, right? That I'm in love with. I'm in love with. And it's heading towards that direction. Someone may not like it, but they can certainly take that energy and go into the hermit mode, which is what? Seeing, understanding, all parts of it. It's almost like a movie screen, right? Here's the whole truth and here's the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. You're seeing it in front of you. So you see it all. You see from all aspects. But whatever it is, because you're having that same awareness, it moves you into a completely different path where, hello, if you're worried about money, I feel like, and there is a Ten of Pentacles, right? The 10, which normally would stimulate 2. I may be starting a whole new family with someone. It's funny because the Magician is almost winking at. He's not, but it's almost like he's winking at me like, this has been planned all along. It's been planned all along. Yeah, the Magician, like knowing that ahead of time. Knowing that ahead of time. And I don't mean every aspect of it is planned all along, but certain meetings up, certain awarenesses, you know, certain things that maybe had taken you to your knees, right, brought you to the hermit, but, you know, if you allowed yourself, instead of running from it, you went through it, and then you had the complete awareness, right? And what does that do? It gives you the opportunity to be the Fool. I'm not carrying all this crap with me, right? I'm not carrying it. It's just sun energy. It's just light. It's light. It's happy. Doesn't mean there will never, you have the Queen of Fire down below kind of looking at the sun, like, doesn't mean it'll always be that way. You will have your moments. But look at this. What's below her? The foundation. Create it right from the get-go, right? Creating a strong foundation, one that just can't be rocked. So I feel like everyone's kind of being maybe pushed in a way, yet seems to be finding something new. It's funny, we didn't even bring the clarifiers out yet. Could there be more to this story? I think not. I think this is where I should leave it. Like, I feel like I've just told the story that I was meant to tell. So let's do an oracle card. That's probably why I have so many cards. But boy, did they stayed very neat. Usually when I have this many cards, I have cards all over the board. Look how everything stayed neat. Maybe that's important. Keeping everything neat and tidy. Alright. Yeah, I'm looking around again, making sure I didn't miss anything, and I just don't feel like I did. I feel like what needed to come through came through, and it may take you of different elements before you'll understand all of it. But I feel like everyone here will at one point be over here, right? But I may have to start at the full. But it is complete awareness, guys. I don't know. It is complete awareness. And I don't mean the kind of awareness of, let's talk about the virus for a second, like finding out where it came from and this and that. No. I'm talking about something much, much bigger. And I know that is big. But that is here. I'm talking about something even bigger. Much bigger. Yeah, I don't know. So let's leave it there. Anyway, we get the card Grace. I am filled with the same beauty, pose, and divine perfection as of all of God's other creatures. Let's read. You receive this card because Mother Mary sees your graceful beauty, and she wants to help you see this in yourself too. This is a message about increasing your self-confidence and sense of self-worth. As you feel better about yourself, your actions will shift in positive ways, which will create a healthier climate for you and your loved ones. Today, envision how Mother Mary would handle each situation you face. Emulate her composure as you gracefully embrace everything that comes your way. Your grace will naturally exclude a magnetism that draws wonderful people and experiences to you. Sort of like the law of attraction and having Mother Mary right there. So, you know, the Empress isn't naturally Mother Mary, but many times I see the energy of Mother Mary in her. So, beautiful, guys. I want to thank you so much. You know, it's been tough energy, no doubt. It's been tough energy. You know, only watching, you know, I don't know. I feel like for some, it's like, turn that news off and think about something. Start thinking. Start watching, like get on YouTube and watch different things and like, you know, see what you're called to. It may open up something brand new for you because I feel like a lot of that's going to happen. Of people learning new skills. Not because you have to. Maybe you will have to. But this feels like it's something of your desire. You know, something that fulfills you. So, anyway. Perhaps it all begins with grace. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the donations. I know it's an uneasy time. The channel itself went down a lot. It was strange. Strange things are happening on YouTube too. You know, a lot of people getting worried whether their channels can stay alive. So thank you for any donations. I appreciate it. Thank you for helping each other out in the comment section and writing your stories so we can all get to know you better. Your energy's here no matter what. But it helps me, it definitely helps me put the storyline together. with different elements. Sometimes you may just want to put wishing your other Capricorns a fruitful month, you know, whatever it is. Whatever it is. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you soon.